Good morning. Today we are going to do an RH test where we are looking for RH positive red cells in an RH negative or a D negative mother. So the way that we're going to do that is take our sample. So I'm going to put 1 drop of my RH negative mother in each one of these tubes. I have 2 moms in here. And then I am going to run a positive and a negative control at the same time. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to sit and incubate these cells with anti-D reagent. Okay, so this is an RH anti-D, big D reagent. And we're going to add that to 1 drop of these washed red cells. I've already washed them and put 1 drop in each, and we're going to incubate these at room temperature for 5 minutes. We're going to let this sit and see if there are any RH positive, D positive red blood cells in this sample from the mother. So these 4 tubes have been incubating at room temperature for 5 minutes. So this is my sample A. So this is a D negative mother who just gave birth. You make the collection about an hour after birth. So if there are any fetal cells, we can get them in that circulating blood sample. And then I have a B sample, so I have 2 patients. And then I have a positive and a negative control that you always run at the same time that you run with your patient. Because we're doing a quantitative, a semi-quantitative and qualitative test to see if we've had a fetal maternal bleed. So I'm going to spin these. I'm going to wash them 4 times and then spin them down and have that dry cell button and add my indicator cells. So we know that what we want to do is quantitate the amount of any of baby's cells that are RH positive that have crossed over during delivery into the mother's blood system. So now, and this is one way to do that, okay? Another way that we do that is Kleihauer-Vetke, which is an acid elution test. So this, now we have our mother's D negative cells, right? And we have added some anti-D, antibody to big D, so that if there are any baby or positive cells in here, that anti-D should attach to those red cells. Okay, now we've given it time to react. Now we've washed it, and you know why we wash, to get rid of any unbound antibody, any antibody that's left over that's not bound to those baby positive cells from this anti-D. We want to get rid of that, okay? So that's why we've washed the cells. Now we are going to add, in this kit, this is called an indicator cell. So these are D positive cells, but they're very weakly D. So the idea is that any D positive cells that are in here that are now bound with the D antibody. So those would be baby cells that are bound with this anti-D. So can we see them? Well, we're going to add a weak, or these indicator cells, that will help those cells, all of those positive cells, come together and form what we call a rosette. And we're going to look at those and look for them microscopically. And we always run our positive and negative controls at the same time that we do this batch to make sure that we are actually seeing a reaction if it's taking place. AABB standards require that we have a procedure in place that would indicate if a mother needs to receive more than the standard 1 dose of RhoGAM or 300 micrograms that should cover up to a 30 ml bleed. Okay, so here we go. So I'm trying to videotape this and move this through 5 fields. What you're looking for are 5 fields under low power, and you're looking for rosette formations. Okay, so this would be a second field. So I see 1. In 5 fields, we need to see 5 or fewer. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm sorry, I think I went past 1. Okay, there's 3 fields. There we go, maybe that works. I'm trying to get, oh. And I still think I can get the negative especially. Ooh. That is not a rosette. That is just trash. And I don't think you can see that's trash. Those are single red cells. Let me get a positive so you can see one, a really good positive. Okay, here's my positive control. And this is 1 field, and in 1 field over here, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3 nice rosettes. Okay, I'm going to try to move this. So what you would want to do would be go to 5 different fields, and in those, for your positive result to be positive, you would have to have more than 5 rosettes. Okay, so I don't see any in that second field. There's another field. 1, 2, there's 1 down at the bottom, 3. Okay, so you see what we're looking for? They are agglutinated. Whoop, whoop. I'm sorry. So there's 1 in this field, and I have 1 more. Okay. There's 1 in that field. So is that 5 fields? Kind of hard to. Let me go to 1 more. And there's 1. All right. So those are some. I'm actually counting cells that you can't see because I wasn't showing you the whole field, only because my camera got moved. So we had more than 5, indicating our positive was positive, and our negative was negative. We had fewer than 5 rosettes in 5 fields. All right, so let me get our patients and let's see how they look. Okay, I love this one. This is sample A. All right. I'm going to try to see if you can see the whole field. This is 1 field, 2 fields, 3 fields. You see something over on the left, it's a piece of trash. It is not. I'm going to try to focus it a little bit. In or out, see if that helps you. 3. 4. Now if you can see those cells, those are not rosettes, okay? What I see are cells that are kind of on top of each other, or maybe even darker than others because of their shape, but not in a clump or a rosette. 4. Is that 4? And 5. I'm trying to make sure you see the whole view. Again. Okay, that's sample A. This is sample B, and you can see this field. 1 field, 2 fields. Okay, can you see those? This would be 3 fields. Gone out of focus. Get to it. Okay. Oh no. I don't know when it stopped filming, but there you go. There's a field. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get over into another field. 1, 2, I think 3, 4, 5. Different field. Let me get this guy all the way over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be 18. Oh wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, see down there, and 2, because of the positive red cells from the baby. So that's what we're looking for. Remember that we needed to see 5 or fewer rosettes, and the way we created a rosette was to take our negative mother, and we're going to incubate her with anti-D, so that if any baby cells are in there, that anti-D will react with those baby cells. Then we're going to wash it to get rid of all of the excess unbound anti-D. And now we're going to add, and we did add, an indicator cell, which is an Rh positive, a D positive cell, but it's very weak. And what that is supposed to do is it will bind to any of those already bound red cells that are from the baby, so they're positive and they have anti-D attached to them, and now we're giving them something else to form to make this rosette. We see 5 or fewer in 5 low power fields for our negative. We saw more than 5 in 5 low power fields for our positive controls. And then we had 2 patients. It looked like one patient did not have a bleed, or maybe we saw 1. So she would be negative in terms of having to receive more than 1 vial. So her screen would say 1 vial would cover her and keep her from becoming sensitized. The second mother that we saw, our sample B, looked like it had a lot of rosettes, more than 20 in 5 low power fields. So all of those cells were beautifully agglutinated.